Great to see our competitive spirit get back tonight. I think it started, well, one, it was getting Richaun Holmes back is a big part of that, but I thought it was a really solid 48 minutes of just competing at a high level, whether they were going on a run or not, or we were. I mean, that's a very talented team over there. But I thought our compete level was back to where we needed it to be. And I thought De'Aaron's defense to start the game really set a tone for us. The way he was getting into the ball, and I, we keep talking about the other team having to feel us, our guards. I thought De'Aaron did a great job of that. Richaun was 6 blocks. Harrison was big time. Again, just a good solid team win. We out rebounded them. Liked the assist numbers, thought the ball was moving again. Too many turnovers. We got to get those turnover numbers down, but we did a lot of good things tonight.
Sean Cunningham.
Hey, Luke, when you guys kind of start off, you call that quick timeout. What was your message to them in that huddle, and how did you think that they responded after that?
Well, we talked about in the scouting report, like, this is probably the most physical team in the NBA from a standpoint of the way their guards get after people. And then they have those 2 bigs, one that I think is leading the league in shot blocking, and Sabonis, he's a machine out there. So we talked about, we have to get into people on our cuts to create space, to get open. We don't let them push us off our spots. And I felt the first 3 plays, it was like, okay, so we called the timeout, and it was like, now we feel what we've been talking about. Now let's engage ourselves in this game now, knowing what it's going to be about. And I thought that they did a nice job responding to that.
James Ham.
Hey, Luke, you talked a little bit about Harrison there having a big game. You had him all last year. He's played for you before. It seems like this season he's just different. What are you seeing from him? Is it a physicality? Is something different that you're seeing from him?
Yeah, I mean, listen, I've seen him. I've known him and been close to him since I got into coaching. So I've seen him have big time games. But I think, from just a straight consistency level of how he's playing so far this year, this is, he's really doing a heck of a job. He looks. He looks explosive. He looks young. He looks spry out there. He's shooting the ball. He's getting to the rim. He came over, took a nice charge for us tonight. So he's doing so much for us. And yeah, I mean, I don't know the difference, James, but he was good for us last year too. But I would agree that he's playing at a very high level so far this season.
Marshall Harris.
Hey, Luke, you talked about the intensity being there from the jump, and certainly you guys close strong. What can you take away from this, and how do you kind of, I guess, bottle it up and make sure that there is no more slippage and no more aggression?
Yeah, I wish. There's always going to be slippage. It's just the way. I mean, the way the schedule's going right now. There's no practice time. It's like we learn on the go. We show film, but there'll be slippage. There'll not just be slippage for us. There'll be slippage for every team. But to me, it always comes back to just continuing with the same messaging, building the same habits, letting our team continue to grow together, go through these type of tough, hard fought games, down in the fourth quarter, those type of things. That makes it all worth it for where we're trying to get to. But we'll show film. We actually do get a practice day tomorrow, although most of the guys that play big minutes will do non-contact. But besides that, you just gotta keep moving forward with everything.
Jason Jones. Oh, Jason, can't hear you again.
You're muted, Jason.
This is Mike. I'm gonna come back to you again. Can you talk? Nope. I'll come back to you, Jason. Tony Harvey.
Yeah, Coach Walton, Richaun Holmes, another player you done had, going into his second season, energy level guy. Behind Harrison Barnes, I would have to say that, he's been pretty consistent himself. What is it like working with him and having him in that locker room?
He's great because he doesn't. He's all energy. You know, he's been a journeyman in this league, so I think he really likes the fact. You know, he feels so. So part of this group, and he's earned the trust and the belief that the coaching staff has in him, and that his teammates have in him. You look at our close games, even going back to last year, where he was originally the third center, and he just makes plays. The shot block at the end, the free throws down the stretch. I mean, even the buzzer beater three. I don't think you're going to count on that every night, but he makes winning plays for us. Works extremely hard, never complains, and is just willing to do all the dirty work that it takes to win in the NBA.
Go back to Jason Jones.
I got nothing, Jason.
Nope, not working. Matt George. Oh, there you go, Jason. Oh, Matt George, go.
Hey, Luke. Hopefully Jason can get you here. How does this win tonight compare to that 3-1 start? Is it getting back to that level of play? Is it growth even upon that level? What would you say to that?
Yeah, I would say this was probably our best win, just because it was consistent throughout. It wasn't a ton of highs and a ton of lows. It was just it was a consistent level of basketball, and that's what you're looking for from your team. Some of the other ones, there was some big runs, and then you blow a lead and you get it back. This one was just it was a pretty, minus those first three possessions, it was just a pretty solid effort throughout. And even tell the guys after, like, win or lose, like this is how we have to play. And I just thought that overall this was our best win of the season.
Jason Anderson.
Hey, Luke, you talked about that timeout 64 seconds into the game. You wanted to address that quickly. Was that a calm, sort of measured delivery of that message, or did you light a fire into the guys at that point?
No, it was calm. It was, look, we got 47 more minutes to play. If I got to light a fire that early, then we got some other issues. So it was very calm, and the way I talked about what we had to do in the group. I mean, the group was fine. For whatever reason, the words in the video of how Indiana gets after people defensively didn't translate straight to the floor. But no, there was no screaming in that one.
All right, I'll do the last one, James Ham.
Hey, Luke, I know his numbers don't jump off the page, but Marvin Bagley looked like he had one of his best defensive performances that we've seen out of him. Are you seeing that kind of growth? And just, I guess, how happy are you to see that he held his own against a really, really big and talented front line?
Yeah, I thought I could not agree more, James. And again, that's why you don't always look at numbers. He was a big part of us winning tonight, and that's what we keep preaching to him. Like, you're going to have a long career with big numbers, all over, from just how easily scoring and rebounding can come to him. But where we're at, we need you to help us win. And I thought he did that tonight, from some of those blocks to taking a charge to some of the extra passes that he made. And, that's really, it was really good to see him, pretty much the whole time he was in, he gave us that type of play. So, that was very, I was very, very pleased to see that.